Like most other religious revivals throughout the ages, this revival here at Longton has one man at its centre. That man, 50-year-old Gordon Higginson, High Priest of Spiritualism. While other churches throughout the district here remain empty on Sundays, this one here, Longton Spiritualist Church, is full. They're turning people away. What is it that makes spiritualism so popular here?
Be very quiet. Listen to what I have to say. If I come to you, just speak to me and try to understand that it's not easy to make contact. It's always very difficult. But what we have to do is to cooperate. Now, if you will do that, then we will see exactly how many of our friends can get through to us and what evidence they can give to us that they still live. It looks to me as though one would have to go back into their very young life to find this name, and I seem to be somewhere where there may be a small shop of some sort. It looks to me as though it's somewhere there, on that next to the road there. But I felt that it was to do with the cats that had died in the yard. There was a terrible fuss about this cat, because the person wouldn't accept that it hadn't been poisoned or something.
Oh, that's right, yes, she was very upset about this cat.
Isn't this correct?
Yes, she was very upset about it.
I'm sure she was, because didn't she say that this hat wasn't natural, that someone had poisoned
Yes, somebody
this
had
cat?
poisoned it, that's right.
Yes, I know I'm right.
Yes.
I see. Well, these people that are here have come to you, and I rather sensed that they wanted to get this communication through to you to put you at ease with regard to this concern and worry, but mostly to do with someone else other than you. We are able to see people that you can't see with your normal sight. And you are able to hear voices that are not audible to the normal hearing. And this is through development. You find that you have this gift from a very early time in your life. In my own case, from when I was probably 2 or 3 years of age. And my mother, being a medium, recognized that I personally had this gift and helped to develop it, or helped me to develop it, or to use it. And I discovered that when I saw people, normally through my normal vision, that I was able also to see people that no one else could see. And by checking over a very long time and describing and giving various details, these particular people have become something that someone has known. There's no one up there. Is there no one about here named Peter? Got someone calling Peter to me. It's not someone that's passed away. I'll have to let you have that. I'm sorry I can't give you anything more about it. But it's terribly thin with it, and I feel that someone is driving someone up the wall.
Yes.
I must say this to you. And it seems as though they ought to have more sense about it. If they would, I think things would be a lot better.
Yes.
But of course, spiritualism, you see, hasn't been, I think, given the opportunity to put its case forward properly. It's had too much criticism by people that have criticized it without knowledge of it. It's so easy for a person to say, which they do, oh, spiritualism is the work of the devil, when they have never been to a spiritualist service or even been in touch with a medium. And they quickly say, and there's no doubt that lots of people believe that they are in communication with the spirit world when they're not. But it doesn't take away that though there may be, perhaps, quite a lot of people that have been hoodwinked, there are still millions of people that have been convinced. That's what I want.
Yes.
Because I felt as though there was someone here where I wanted to, I did it without a break in not, but I knew something like this had happened
Yes,
to her.
that's
Now, is
right.
this absolutely correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, now this person is trying to communicate. And I feel that they are trying to tell me something about the name of Tomlinson, and certainly that they know something to do with someone named Marion. I can hear them talk to me of someone named Marion.
This is the Beatrice's niece.
Beatrice's niece. Because I had this contact there, and I rather felt that this person is trying to get a communication through here, and they tell me that their relation to Marion and Ted.
God bless them.
You know who they are.
Know they are.
Well, I feel that they want to be remembered here, and that they've come through with this particular communication, that you may know that they are here. Now, somewhere, it does seem to me that those that are communicating with you are talking about Mary Jane, is it?
My man.
Your man.
Yes.
Well, I can hear someone say to me something about Mary Jane, and then I got Frank.
Yes.
Frank.
Yes.
Frank.
Yes.
Do you know who Frank is?
Well, I've got my dad Frank.
Oh, you're
Brother.
Frank. All right.
Well, how does all this tie in with your spiritual healing?
Healers who have this particular gift to heal people and have the urge to want to heal them, find themselves in development, in communication, or in contact with these particular types of people. And it is a question then of getting a closeness with the Spirit and working with them.
Well, I was diagnosed through hospitals that I got arthritis of the spine. I'd had hospital treatment. I'm not going to say it didn't help me. It probably did. But it felt as though I was getting really no benefit really from it. And I felt that my hand was getting slightly worse as I was going along.
How did it affect your hand?
Well, it was in a position like this. Now, it's like this.
Mrs. Ray, what condition were you in when you first came here for treatment?
Well, of course, I couldn't walk. I was carried in. Curvature of the spine, kidneys and heart, and rheumatoid arthritis.
How long had you been coming here for treatment before you felt you were getting better?
Well, I should say about 6 months.
And how did your life progress after that? Did you get back to normal?
Yes, I gradually got as I could stand, and then I could walk a little. And then as time went on, of course, I got as I could get about the home. And then, of course, I went into business as I got. And I had 2 shops.
I would say that we can cure patients better if they are under a doctor, because it means that they are receiving help from both sources.
Mrs. Jones, what was wrong with you when you came here for treatment?
I had rheumatoid arthritis.
Where was it affecting you?
My hands, my shoulders, my knees, my feet.
Had you been under the doctor at that time?
Oh yes, and under the hospital too.
And what about a cure? Were they curing you?
No.
Did you really come here in desperation? Were you expecting to be cured?
Well, I don't know what I was expecting really. I came hoping, yes.
How quickly did it take them to cure you?
Well, after the first night I picked my arm up, and that's something I haven't done for over 2 years.
Do you live a normal, active life now?
Yes. I'm doing all my own housework and everything.
I would certainly say that we don't cure everyone. We don't believe we can. And we can't save everyone from having operations.
Can I pick you up on that point? Why not? Why can't you cure everyone?
Because I don't think we're good enough. I don't think that we are, if you like, in tune with the spirit world enough. The conditions of the everyday life keep us, that we're more in this world than in the other one. And I think that if we could have the opportunity to develop our gifts like Jesus did, and the great seers and prophets and masters and messiahs of old, then I think we would have cures without operations, and we would save many more lives.